You today with a self-love Saturday segment. I will not be with you guys long, but I just wanted to share a few tips with you. I am Coach DJ. I am a certified self-love coach, and I would like to start today off by reciting the self-love pledge. Okay, so the self-love pledge goes as this: I will be myself, express my feelings, make good decisions, get out of toxic relationships, feel great about how I look, make reasonable requests of others, set goals and accomplish them, be treated with respect, be listened to, be happy, be loved. All right, so that is the self-love pledge that I absolutely love. I did an event a while back and used that self-love pledge for the ladies who were in attendance, and it's something that I want to become like really common when I am coming to you live on YouTube or live on Facebook. So thank you so much for joining me. Today we're going to talk about your love language, and what we're going to do is apply it to self-love. Okay, so most people who are interested in like having successful relationships have read a book by Gary Chapman called Five Love Languages. If you haven't, I suggest you try it. Okay, read that book because it will really open your eyes to so many things about yourself. Okay, a lot of times we focus on other people when we're trying to have a successful relationship, when we really need to, in fact, focus on ourselves. All right. Um, a way to determine your self love language, if you haven't read the book, is to go to fivelovelanguages.com, and you'll be able to take like an assessment, a quiz, and it will tell you what your love language is. So I already know my love language. So I have, and then what happens is, we like all the love languages. So I want to let you guys know that we like all of the love languages, men and women. But there are usually two that lead the way. And if those two aren't given to you, if those two aren't applied when loving you, you don't feel love. So Gary Chapman talks about a love tank. If your love tank is empty because you're not being loved the way that you desire, then the relationship more than likely is going to fail. Because if someone is giving you gifts and you like words of affirmation, your love tank is not being filled and the relationship isn't going to work. All right. But again, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to flip that, and we're going to talk about using our love language on ourselves. So applying self-love. So I've already alluded to what the love languages are, but I'm just going to go over those quickly. Physical touch, acts of service, words of affirmation, quality time, and gift giving. Okay? So again, physical touch, acts of service, words of affirmation, quality time, and gift giving. And I apologize for looking down at my notes, but usually if I'm trying to do it off the top of my head, I forget one, and I don't know why, but I don't want to forget one during this segment. Okay, so physical touch, you guys, you get that part. I mean, that's clear. You love affection, right? You love affection, but if you are applying this for self-love, then what are some things that you could do for yourself to show yourself love? One would be perhaps a facial, okay? Physical touch, okay? Another one would be a massage, okay? Physical touch. All right. So the thing is to flip it. So if we like to hold hands with our partner, if we like for our partner to, hug us or kiss us, we're going to do some things for ourselves that reflect that physical touch. Okay. So that we can have fulfillment on our own. All right. The second one, acts of service. So acts of service is an interesting one for me. Acts of service is not one that leads for me. Neither is physical touch. But acts of service is when you like for other people to do things for you. Like you like for other people to, or for your partner perhaps to take out the garbage. You like for your partner to do things around the house. If you're a male, you like for your partner maybe to prepare dinner for you. And that could go both ways, actually, preparing dinner. But it's one thing that you'll find that a lot of men enjoy for their partner to prepare dinner for them. And women like it too, though. So, fellas, y'all can cook too. So, acts of service, if you are trying to use this to show your self love, what you would need to do is do things to make your life easier. So, when other people do things for you, with acts of service, it makes your life easier, right? So if they wash dishes for you, if they cook for you, if they take the trash out for you, they fill up your gas tank when it's like super cold outside, or just if you live in a warmer climate, just to fill your gas tank up, and then you get in your car and you're like, oh, I have a full tank of gas. Those are the things that make us feel like, ooh, good. When acts of service is one of your primary love languages. So if you're trying to figure out how to practice self-love, and acts of service is one of your primary love languages, what you would do is get organized. Anything that would make your life easier for you. Get organized. Like organize your closet. Okay? That's practicing some self-love. Because then when you get up in the morning, you won't go looking all over the place for something. It'll be organized. It'll be right there. Okay? So, moving on to words of affirmation. So, words of affirmation, this is my stuff. This is my stuff. I love some words of affirmation. So, it's one of my primary love languages. And words of affirmation, from the title, of course, it's pretty much self-explanatory. Words of affirmation is when you like for people to affirm you with words. Okay, you love for people to uplift you. You love for people to speak into you and motivate you and like really encourage you and say, oh, you can do this. Okay, so if you like for other people to do that for you, you can do it for yourself too when you're practicing self-love. One of the things that you can do is make sure that you have several. Matter of fact, I'll grab one from my collection here. You can have several inspirational, motivational quotes around your house. So for me, I have this one, never give up, but I have so many others. I have today is a good day. I have positive thinking. I have positive energy. I have something else here. So I am. So this is I am. So these are all the things that I refer to throughout the day. I look at these things to remind me of who I am. It's part of how I practice self-love. So if words of affirmation is what fills your love tank with a partner, make sure you fill your self-love tank. Okay? Fill your self-love tank with some words of affirmation. Another thing that you could do, repeat a mantra in the morning. So repeat something about forgiveness or about love or about, really empowering yourself. Repeat something each morning so that it kind of sinks in and it becomes like your words that you go to when you need something, when you're feeling kind of like discouraged or you're feeling stressed. You can go to those words and it'll keep you motivated. For me, my mantra is, I actually have, my mantra is part of a Bible scripture. So I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me is one of my favorite Bible verses. That affirms me. I have it in my bathroom. I can look at it when I'm brushing my teeth in the morning, when I'm washing my face, if I'm washing my hands, it's right there. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, and I repeat that. So your mantra doesn't necessarily have to be something that you just make up. It could be a favorite quote from someone or Bible scripture, something that just keeps you going. Okay. So we got words of affirmation for our self-love. We did acts of service. We did physical touch. Okay, now quality time. All right. So quality time. Quality time is also one of my primary love languages. So the way my love tank is filled is through words of affirmation and quality time. So with quality time, if I'm practicing for myself, like if I'm just practicing showing myself some love, what I would do is meditate. Quality time. So that's, you have to set aside time to meditate. You have to set aside time to exercise. Okay. So after having Grace, it has been a little bit of a struggle. A lot. A big struggle, I should say. I shouldn't say it's been a little bit. It's been more of a struggle than anything I've really been used to, because I have to fit working out into a schedule that involves working, because of course I'm back at work, and then it also involves cooking because I cook, cleaning, washing, making phone calls, responding to texts, meeting with my clients. So, and already what was a full life, it seems like there's no space in there for like working out, but there is. Okay, there is. And I use like a 15-minute workout that my gym has online, or a 20-minute workout. Sometimes I can do a 30-minute, but doing nothing is unacceptable, particularly if you're into practicing self-love. And I absolutely am into practicing self-love each and every day. And I encourage my followers and my clients to practice self-love each and every day. It's just necessary. Okay. And I'm going to tell you, it's difficult sometimes to fit things in for yourself, but you must. Okay. And that comes from someone who has a 10-month-old. Okay. You have to fit things in for yourself. All right. So the last one that we're going to talk about, and then I'll just recap. But the last one is receiving gifts. So we like receiving gifts. Most people like receiving gifts. But if that's all that is happening, you're probably like, can I get some time? Can I get some love, some hugs? So receiving gifts is probably like the lowest one on the totem pole for me, even though I am going to say I do enjoy receiving flowers. I enjoy receiving small gifts, like thoughtful things. All right. But if you're into receiving gifts, because again, we're all different. If you're into receiving gifts, one of the things that you can do to practice self-love is investing in yourself. Okay. Absolutely taking the time to invest in yourself, because if someone else does it, they're investing in you. If you're practicing self-love, you're investing in yourself. Think of maybe if there's a course that you would like to take, in terms of improving your knowledge base. Think in terms of buying yourself a purse, which most women, you don't have to tell them to buy themselves a purse. Buy yourself a pair of shoes. Buy yourself a nice outfit. Okay, so that's receiving gifts. If you're practicing self-love. And again, most women probably do not have a problem with the shopping. Now, I don't have a problem with the shopping. I enjoy shopping. I haven't been shopping in quite some time with this pandemic, in actually like a store looking around much. But I've done plenty online and through like some of the people I follow on Facebook and on Instagram. When I see something, I'm like, oh, let me get that. And the same for Grace. I've purchased so many things online for her. All right, so we're going to recap. Physical touch. Remember, if you're practicing physical touch as far as self-love, showing yourself self-love, think about things in terms of massages, facials, okay? Um, Something that involves being touched, all right? That will make you feel really good. Acts of service. So acts of service, again, this is when you like for other people to do things for you. Um, you're going to do things for yourself. So you're going to make your life easier with whatever you choose to do. So you're going to get organized. You're going to do some things around the house, maybe clean up, fold that laundry. Now that's something that, ooh, that's something I definitely need to do. I got a couple baskets in the basement right now, but those are considered things that would make your life easier. So acts of service, practice some self-love, fold the laundry. All right? Words of affirmation. If you love for someone else to uplift you and speak into you, do that for yourself. Encourage yourself, motivate yourself, uplift yourself. A way that you can do that is with a mantra or some kind of quote or Bible scripture in the morning, repeating that to yourself and putting that somewhere in your home or office that you can see like several times a day to remind you. And then also, of course, just putting some things around you to remind you. Okay? Quality time is our next one. So if you like for someone else to spend time with you, make sure you spend some time with yourself. Make sure you spend some time with yourself. And this could involve, meditating. Meditation is a really good way to center yourself, to kind of, just calm your mind a bit, become a little bit more mindful. And that is a good thing. It helps with stress. Another thing about, really taking time for yourself is, to just be alone with your thoughts. Sometimes, if we are doing too much, not thinking about the things that we're doing, it can become disastrous in relationships or even in business or it just all over for our entire life. So make sure that you're thinking about some of the things that you're doing. Going back to the self-love pledge, making good decisions. And then quality time, we went over that one. Gift giving. So again, if you're into gift giving, if that's how your love tank is filled, the way to flip that and do things for yourself is to, invest in yourself, education, of course. If there's a business that you've been thinking about starting, maybe start it. If a pair of shoes you've been looking at, you're like, okay, well, you have the money to do it. Don't overspend, though. Like, I do need to say that. Don't overspend. Don't just buy stuff. And don't just buy stuff to, like, hide really what's going on with you. Don't use it, like, as a coping mechanism. Do it sparingly, all right? So don't do this like, okay, let me just go shopping all the time. No, that's not what I'm saying, all right? So, that's really all that I have for you guys today. I just wanted to come to you for a few minutes on Self-Love Saturday, to talk to you about practicing self-love. And again, I'm going to open today. I opened today with the self-love pledge, and I'm going to close with the self-love pledge. And then my goal is to come to you at least twice a month. That's my goal. At least twice a month with some tips on practicing self-love. Hopefully, I'll be able to come to you like every Saturday soon. But that's really with me trying to figure out how to balance everything. So balancing grace, so balancing motherhood, balancing work, balancing, because I even, like, I had a client this morning that I needed to meet with. So balancing work, balancing motherhood, balancing working out, balancing cooking, balancing everything. So just balancing my life. I'm hoping that I'll be able to come to you every Saturday soon after I get things balanced. All right, the pledge again. I will be myself, express my feelings, make good decisions, get out of toxic relationships, feel great about how I look, make reasonable requests of others, set goals and accomplish them, be treated with respect, be listened to, be happy, and be loved. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for joining me. And again, my hope is that I can come to you at least twice a month, and then 4 times a month. Okay, every Saturday. All right. You guys have a absolutely fabulous self-love Saturday. I'll see you soon.